Even when I'm overseas, I have a shopping problem. G'day guys, Dizzy Dave coming at you once again from Down Under with another unboxing-ish sort of video. Today we're taking a look at all the stuff I picked up while I was on my 2-month Europe and the UK overseas holiday. We're going to try and get through this pretty quickly. A lot of the stuff you've probably already seen if you've been watching my travel vlogs. For those who haven't, you'll get to see most of this for the first time. There's not a great deal of stuff here. So what are we going to take a look at first? Let's have a look at this wonderful bag here, Disney store. This was all stuff I bought in the Disney store in London. So the Oxford Street Disney store. I picked up some, I'm a bit of a sucker for stationery, a bit of a nerd, but I do like to write stuff and I always like to have nice stationery around with me. And I couldn't help myself, I had to pick up this great little sort of stationery book with Mickey Mouse on it. This is part of the Walt Disney Studios range. So it's this nice little notebook here, little writing pad in there, little Mickey Mouse there. I bought a writing pad at Disney California Adventure a few years ago with Walt Disney and Mickey Mouse on it, and I write everything in that. It's like my lucky notepad. So I wanted to pick up something a little bit smaller as well that's more compact that I can carry around. So I'll definitely be using that, and I couldn't help myself. I had to get this one as well. Pretty much a similar thing, similar art, but it's got lined notes in there, different colors, and it's got just pages at the front where you can just jot doodles and stuff if I want. It's got graph paper on the back as well. So it's really an all-rounder sort of notepad, and look, I'm excited to use that because that's multi-function. And of course I need some pens. Initially I wasn't going to pick up the pens, but I figured I've got the notebooks, I need the pens. They're only cheap plastic things, but they're quite cool. That's them there. And of course, to use with that, I got myself a new Walt Disney Studios drink bottle. So like a thermos thing. So that's a pretty cool drink bottle. I don't think I'll be taking it out of the house because every time I get a drink bottle, like a metal drink bottle, I drop it and dent it. Don't want this dented. So I think this is just something that's going to sit on my desk and I can have some water in there while I'm working because I'm always drinking water. Okay, so next up we'll go for this one here. This is a bag. I bought this one in the Walt Disney store in Rome. It was only a couple of euros, so I thought I'd pick that up with the purchase I made in there, which was, of course, again, if you've been watching my Euro vlogs, you would have seen these. Mickey Mouse Rome jumper. I picked up the Mickey Mouse London jumper as well in the London store. I just had to pick up the Paris one too. So basically I thought I'd get some stuff to wear in my vlogs because I'm sick and tired of wearing the same like 3 or 4 t-shirts constantly. I picked this one up from Disneyland Paris, which you'll be seeing me wearing in my vlogs quite a bit, I think. I also picked up this one from Disneyland Paris. Cool Indiana Jones t-shirt that I can wear. I know Disney's planning a new Indiana Jones movie, so when we're talking about that, we can be wearing the Indiana Jones t-shirt. Myself and Alicia went to see the production of The Lion King on the West End, so I had to pick up this cool Lion King t-shirt. Again, I can wear this in Disney vlogs, and when I'm discussing the new signature collection of The Lion King that's coming out soon, and also the new live action remake of The Lion King that's coming out, so I'll get a lot of use out of that Lion King top. While we were at the show, of course, I had to pick up a program. I'm a bit of a sucker for these programs. I've got a huge collection of programs I've bought from just about every show and concert I've ever seen. I got a couple of these badges from Disneyland Paris. I'm not a huge pin collector, Disney pin collector, because they're so expensive. There's just so many of them, I wouldn't know where to start. But I picked up a couple of Disneyland 60th anniversary pins at the Diamond Celebration when myself and Alicia were there in 2015. So I had to pick up the Paris 25th anniversary ones as well, just to add to that collection. So happy about this. This is a glass I bought at Disneyland Paris in 2015. It became my favorite glass when I came home. I was using it for ages and then I left it up on the sink and someone smashed it. Awesome Mickey Mouse glass. Absolutely love it. I considered buying a couple of them so that I could have one to use and then one for display, but I just got one in the end. It was cheap, but I was wary of how much weight I was bringing back home. I love it so much. I love it so much. It's my favorite cup. This is the one thing I knew. If I'm just gonna buy one thing overseas, it's gonna be this, and it's the new Disneyland Paris 25th anniversary A to Z book. Really excited about this. You know what? I'm not going to take this out of the plastic wrap now. I think I'm actually gonna do an unboxing unboxing video for this, probably next week sometime. So keep your eyes open for that, and I'll do a proper unboxing of that book in a proper dedicated video. Because I'm really excited to check that out and show everyone that book. I've had a quick look through it in store, and it really is spectacular. It cost me about $100 Australian, but I think it was definitely worth it because it's a really, really nice book. Alright, so that is that bag done. Not Disney. Me and Alicia went to see Ricky Gervais live in Birmingham. So I had to get the T-shirt for that, which is awesome. And of course, I had to get a Cambridge University jumper. Of course, Alicia comes from Cambridge, and we spent a lot of time in Cambridge. Absolutely love it. It's one of the most beautiful cities. Such a chill place and really, really lovely. I had to get a Cambridge Uni jumper. A copy of Carl Pilkington's More Moaning book. I'm not good on planes, especially the little ones. I don't know, I get really antsy on the smaller planes, and I need something to keep myself occupied. And I found that reading Carl Pilkington books, I love Carl Pilkington. I think he's hilarious. I found reading his books, it distracts me because it's just brainless, but it's funny. It doesn't require me to think too much, but it keeps me entertained and laughing and keeps me in a good mood on the planes. I took a Carl book over with me, and I finished it pretty quickly, so I ordered this on Book Depository. It only cost me like $5 in the end, I think, and that kept me occupied for the rest of the trip. This from Italy, Vacanze Roman calendar. One of the greatest movies ever made, and of course one of my favorite Audrey Hepburn films. I just had to pick up the calendar. Not only is it, you know, Audrey, but it's Rome, and I love Rome so much, and I'm excited to be able to hang Rome and Audrey on my wall for the entirety of next year. I actually have an Audrey Hepburn calendar this year. Oh, I picked this up at an airport as well, another magazine. This is the Last Jedi edition of Vanity Fair. They had all of the covers there, but I decided just to pick up the one with Rey and Luke on there. Also, Star Wars. I picked up this Star Wars Identities. This is the exhibition that I went to see in London at the O2. Costumes and props and models and everything. This is just a guide for the exhibition. Had to pick that up. I thought that was pretty cool. So that's a nice little addition to my Star Wars book collection. Another exhibition that we managed to see while we were overseas in Italy, they had this massive Marilyn Monroe exhibition going on. We had to travel a little bit outside of Rome to get there, but we went there, and I'm so glad we did. I'm a huge Marilyn Monroe fan. I have a collection of, I think, about 30 Marilyn Monroe books, and I haven't bought one for years. And I was surprised to see this. I'd never heard of this. This is the exhibition was, the collection belongs to a German collector, and he put the exhibition on, and this book is his catalogue of his collection of Marilyn Monroe memorabilia. I think this cost me about $100 as well. Big book, big heavy book, but I had to get that one for the Marilyn Monroe collection. I checked online, it's not available anywhere. I think it's long out of print. To go with that, I actually picked up a smaller one, which is this. It's pretty much, I believe, got most of the same pictures as the larger volume, except it's got a lot of text in there too, and all of this text is the text that was printed on the walls in the exhibition. So, you know, you go see an exhibition, you've got like print on the walls that you can like read the story. So it's got all that in there, as well as, I believe, if we look at the back, pictures from the actual exhibition itself. So it's an exhibition catalogue. I thought I'd grab that to go with the big one. And I think, yeah, I bought I don't know why, but I bought a little postcard thing as well. Whew. And that is pretty much it, other than, a few DVDs I picked up at HMV stores, as well as a store in Cambridge called FOP, which is actually owned by HMV. I'll show you these ones just briefly. These are a few Disney ones. If you'd seen my previous vlogs, you would have seen these when I went to the London Disney store. A handful of the new live action, re-release of the live action Disney titles in these cool, nice little slipcovers. I'm not going to go through all of them right now because tomorrow I'm actually going to be doing a Disney Blu-ray and DVD update where I'll be talking about them in great detail. So I'll hold them off for now. But I picked up these as well from FOP. I picked up On the Beach. This is a great movie. This is one of, if not the only, classic Hollywood movie they actually filmed in Australia. They filmed this in Melbourne, and they filmed it actually where I work. There's a hospital across the road from work, but the whole area sort of used to be part of the hospital, and I actually filmed there. So basically where I work, they filmed this movie, which is crazy. And they filmed in the city of Melbourne and just sort of around the area where I live, which is quite bizarre to see it in this, I believe 1959 that was made on the beach. Really, really good movie. I actually have a American edition of this, but it's region A, it's locked, and this is a region B, so I wanted a region B version of it. My region free Blu-ray player is pretty crap and the output on it isn't very good, so I wanted to have just a nice edition of that movie I could watch properly. And I picked up a couple of these. These are HMV exclusive, but I picked them up at FOP because FOP is owned by HMV. This is part of the premium collection. Jeremiah Johnson, Robert Redford, which is pretty cool. These all come with either booklets or little art cards. Picked up King Kong as well. These are all exclusive, so you can only get these in the UK through HMV or FOP. The Time Machine, which is pretty cool, and The Adventures of Robin Hood with Errol Flynn. 4 premium collection titles. There's so many of them. I mean, Jeremiah Johnson is 28, and there's even more than that. There's heaps of them in that collection, but they're the 4 that really stood out to me. I owned a lot of the other movies, and the other ones I wasn't really that interested in. As I said, HMV, FOP exclusive, so I wouldn't have even been able to import them online, so I picked them up. So that is everything I picked up while I was overseas. That's quite a bit of stuff, and I think now I just have to sort out where to put it all, and that's the nightmarish part. And if you saw yesterday's video, I got a ton of stuff arrived while I was away. If you haven't checked that out, check it out because it's the biggest unboxing I've ever done. And also a bunch of Disney titles have arrived recently as well. And tomorrow there'll be a Disney Blu-ray DVD update video going up as well. So it's been a big week getting back into the daily vlogging with a bunch of unboxings, which I've had a lot of fun doing. This has been really fun. So if you're a first-time viewer of my channel and you've liked what you've seen and you'd like to keep up to date with all my stuff, all my videos like this, please do me a big solid and give me some support after the jump. Please hit subscribe. To my regular viewers out there, thank you once again for joining me. To absolutely everybody, I hope I'll see you again soon. Until next time though guys, take care and I hope you have a magical day.